This is Hooked Up.
Porn or pyro, that's an easier question. I will take pyro anytime. I'm not the hugest fan on porn. Every once in a while, my wife and I will entertain the idea and we'll try to look at it. But I find that most people, I start blocking out their heads or other bits and pieces of them because I don't find that many people just like attractive enough to just start screwing while I'm looking at them. Whereas pyro, you give me explosions anytime, I love it.
Lollapalooza, there's plans to keep it going?
Yeah, it's pretty much an evergreen festival. As long as we do great work, the city of Chicago embraces us,
Sure.
and we embrace them.
People that grew up on this festival, they're getting older now. So how do you cater this atmosphere, not just to young kids who are going to go out there for a couple of days and get grimy, but for older people like myself that can come in?
Since 1991, all these people, most of these people have had children now. So the first thing I think to do is take care of their kids. So we have a Kidzapalooza area.
Yeah.
So for many of the kids, it's their first rock concert. They get to see Dan Zane, but they also get to see Jack White.
Okay.
So they're getting really great, credible musicians. It's the real deal. Again, it's the authenticity.
Now, speaking of kids, I saw an interview, this is a very early interview, where someone asked you about a message to the kids and your response was, leave home early, don't listen to your parents, and do your own thing. Now you have kids now.
Right.
I think that message probably changed.
No.
No?
No. If my kid, I hate to say this, but sometimes I call my kid a pookie. I like, don't be a pookie.
Okay.
I said, men follow only men of courage. A man will follow a man of courage off of a cliff.
I read back when at a certain point you turned towards the dark arts or the dark side sort of as for your spirituality.
Well, I did. What happened was I was in a band of Hare Krishnas.
Okay.
I didn't join them, they were Hare Krishnas. They just kind of, one by one, became Hare Krishnas.
Which band was this?
Psychoma. It was before
the
Jane's
first one, sure, of
Addiction.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just started getting, like, they started giving up on sex. That was it for me. Like, they started counting beads. You know, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. I'm like, man, that's not what I signed on for. So I just kind of got angry and rebelled from them. And I started buying Aleister Crowley books and all these books on the dark arts. And some crazy things did happen during the course of that time. Like, I did a show one time. I was doing some kind of like pentagram circle things at the house before the show, and then went down to the show and blew out, all the electricity blew out. And I was getting closer and closer to things where I said to myself, you know what? You're just this tiny little drop in the ocean here. Don't be messing with that stuff. Because inevitably, deep down inside, I'm too sweet of a guy to get into all that.
Right. Hey, Kat, we're going to wind this down now? Head back home?
Ready.
Got something.
There we go.
Take the run.
Take her on, Tom. Go, baby.
What we got?
Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. I really thought, like,
all that black
we'll
art
wait till
stuff.
the interview. Yeah, the black art.
How long is that bimini?
About 15 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Kingy.
Barracuda?
No, it's kingfish. That's a nice hook up there. Right on the edge.
Yeah.
Back up.
See his tail?
Yeah, look at that.
He got bit.
Yeah.
Missing a piece of his tail. You see that? His tail's cut, yeah.
Watch out for
I don't
the
know.
teeth.
You see that hook set? We had a great day fishing. We really did. First we anchored up, caught a bunch of snapper, and then went offshore. We got a silky shark, landed a kingfish.
Sun is going
Unfortunately,
down.
no sails. We saw a few, but we weren't able to hook up. But all in all, it was just a spectacular day. You know, great conversation. One thing I kind of expected from Perry, but you never know what's going to happen when you're hanging out with someone. But just really very open to talk about anything and just kind of let you into what it's like to be Perry Farrell. You spent some time living out of cars with nothing, struggling.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Is that why you're giving back?
I'm giving back more because I was so lucky, so fortunate.
We do a lot of environmental issues because I personally feel that that's the start of it. I think if we have help.
It's an umbrella.
It's an umbrella.
If you're doing things nice for the environment, if you're doing things nice for Mother Nature, Mother Nature, yeah, filters down to the animals. The animals, of course, you know, filter through up to the people through the food chain, and therefore you're doing the best good in the shortest amount of time.
I know you care about the environment, but you know, you go to Africa to get people out of bondage, and so you're picking up and you're going across the world to do this. So that's more than just like, I don't know, you know.
There are people that need my help.
There's people, yeah. It's a little more to that.
This was around 1999 when I did that. It nauseated me to my core to think about there were still people that were in bondage, human bondage, today, all around the world. It wasn't just in Africa. There was Haiti and
there are sex slaves here in Florida that are being held in bondage.
Oh yeah, there's sex slaves everywhere.
Right.
And it just kind of nauseated me, and I was in that mood to just go out and see if I can kick some ass, you know? We should all be proud of who we are,
right.
But we should also find out who we are and find out the best bits of who we are and reverb who we are, you know what I mean? You know, who we are inside. We should reverb the best elements of who we are as people, and all the nations should be doing it. And if we did that, we would sit across from each other at the table and go, wow, nice to meet you, Italian brother,
Right,
you know?
right.
So this is what you're about, you know what I mean?
Well, you celebrate your differences as opposed to fighting over them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's all about the people. Always for the people. Music for the people.
Yeah, and I love the differences. I love, you know, looking at people, different color, different, you know, creeds and backgrounds and ethnicities.
This was awesome.
Thanks, Tom.
I really appreciate you guys coming out with us.
We knew we would.
Guys, here's to a great day of fishing, some new friendships, and good time.
Thank you, yeah,
good times are always
absolutely.
good. Hi, I'm Tom Colicchio. I'm in the Florida Keys with my friend Danielle Balud. We had a great day fishing. Oh man, that's a good fish, huh, Danielle? Click the subscribe button so you don't miss another episode.